What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal, YouTube? Hard hitting sports in your face. Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. Of course, we're coming off of a huge victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. As of right now, we lost to the Patriots. We're 0-1 in our division in our division as of right now. So we really need um, some huge division victories, and I think it should start this week over versus. As of right now, we are. I'm hearing myself. I'm really thinking um, that we could see a repeat of what we saw on last week, because I feel like I hope that this head coach is smart enough to understand that there is a formula for winning with Ryan Tannehill. It's a definite formula. And if you look back at some of our best games, some of the best games that we've had as Miami Dolphin fans since Ryan Tannehill has come to the Miami Dolphins have been the games where we have had balance, where we have not had to put the bulk of the work on our quarterback. Instead, we ran the ball. Like last year, when we faced the Tennessee Titans or the Houston Texans, those games were great because we had a good run game. Now, if you watch my prediction video from last week, that game was better than I ever expected it. I thought Jay Ajayi would run for 115 yards, and he ends up running for 200 yards uh, last week. So, absolutely phenomenal game. No sacks. I predicted that we would at least give up maybe 2 sacks. We didn't give up any sacks. We did exactly what I expected with Le'Veon Bell. We kept him under 100 yards. We did exactly what I wanted with Antonio Brown. We kept him under 100 yards. Well, in comes the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is a Buffalo Bill offense that doesn't have the guy who torched us last year, Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins is hurt, so this is a team that has they've got Marquise Goodwin, they've got Robert Woods. Um, Even if I'm not mistaken, their starting running back LaShawn McCoy is going to be out, and we're going to get to see Mike Gillespie or however the hell you say his name. So he's going to be the starting running back. So we're not going to have Sammy Watkins or LaShawn McCoy out there this week, from what I'm hearing, which is going to take um, a lot of explosiveness out of this Buffalo Bill offense. So this we have to win. Here's the thing about starting out as slow as we did as a team. You have to consider that 10 is pretty much the threshold to the playoffs. If you want to get to the playoffs, you're going to have to win at least 10 games unless you're in a really shitty division and you can win the division. Now, the thought that the Patriots are going to lose 3 to 4 more games to me is asinine. I just don't see it. I don't see the Patriots losing 3 more games. We probably are going to beat them the next time we play them because we always beat them at least once a season, and it's usually down here in Miami. Now, if this team plays like it did the previous few games before that Steeler game, we can hang that shit up. We'll get torched. But if we can come out and play like we played versus this Steeler team, there's definitely a possibility of us beating the Patriots. But that would only give them 2 losses. I haven't looked at their schedule to see where else they can lose at. But we've already got 4 losses, which means we can't lose more than twice. Come on, twice more and expect this team to get into the playoffs. I mean, pretty much three more losses, and we might as well just fucking tank the rest of the season out. So it's gotta start this Sunday again. Every single game has to feel like an elimination game for this team if we want to be a playoff team. Playoffs? We talk about playoffs. Yes, we're talking about playoffs. Listen, man. Listen. In the playoffs, anything can happen. In the playoffs, you play that team for one game, and anything can happen in the playoffs. You can get hot in the playoffs and run the table. The Giants have done it twice from a wild card spot where they got hot, ran the table, and ended up winning the Super Bowl. That first is the first season. Nobody thought the Giants were going to win a Super Bowl, but they got hot at the right time, rode the momentum, and went to the playoffs. The second time, they knocked off the defending champions. And if I'm not mistaken, the Packers had won 13 games that season, and the Giants went in there and knocked them out of the playoffs, got hot, went to the Super Bowl, and beat the Patriots for a second time. So it can happen, but it's going to happen because we make changes with what we do. Listen, we understand right now that we do not have a world beater at quarterback. I'm pretty sure everyone other than them silly ass fans understand that. Now you gotta, I have you as a critic of our quarterback, we have to give him credit where credit is due. You know what I mean? I think his deep ball has improved. I can't tell you how many times I was sitting down watching a football game and Ryan Tannehill would throw the ball up to a wide open Mike Wallace, and Mike Wallace would have to stop and come back to the fucking ball. And I'm like, can this man please throw the ball out there and let these receivers go get it? He's gotten better. You see the deep ball that he threw to Kenny Stills? That shit was right on the money. But then you see that pass that he threw to Devontae Parker where he threw a fucking drag route behind the receiver. The receiver's running a drag route. The receiver has to stop and turn around, and in the middle of that, the cornerback is able to yank the ball away from the receiver who's having to stop his drag route. The drag route should be thrown out in front of the receiver so that the receiver can catch it and keep going. Instead, the drag route should never be thrown behind a receiver. You're either trying to get the ball picked off or you're trying to get that receiver killed, because on a drag route, there's always, more than likely, there's going to be congestion. So you're trying to get him hammered, having to stop his route, spin around, and get absolutely destroyed. So, yeah. So he has improved on certain things, man. I don't like the fucking offensive line argument. Yeah, I understand that our offensive line is absolutely our offensive line has had some bad games. But you want to know something, though? Sometimes I wonder if there's something that fans don't see when it comes to the offensive line. Sometimes I think there's certain things that we don't necessarily understand unless we've been down there on the field playing O-line. Because you can take a quarterback like Brady, who gets a mixture of rookies and free agents, but yet he still doesn't have terrible games. Now, some of that shit has to go with game planning. If your offensive line is doing terrible, why the fuck are you taking 5-step drops and holding the ball forever? You'll see the Patriots go to more quick stuff where Tom Brady will take a 2-step drop and get rid of the ball. See, that's all game planning. That's all fucking game planning. It's just stupid shit. Your quarterback has been sacked 5 times and you fucking doing the same dumb shit over and over again. You either holding the ball too long or you drop. Well, that's the big thing right there, is just holding the ball too long. Not stepping up into the pocket, not having the the pocket awareness to know when the pocket is collapsing on you. So you're standing there and a bitch comes from the blind side and whacks you. But anyway, we have to win this game this week. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We can't get our fifth loss here. If we're going to get the fifth loss, I would love for it to be later in the season. I want to see a nice run, a nice 6-7 game run from here. Let's get to 8-4. And then we're playing with house money. Then we know, hey, we need 2 wins. And you know what? I forget what year it was. There was a year where we needed 1 win and we went to the playoffs and we lost every single fucking one of them. I forget what year that was. But yeah, man, let me check my comment section. I haven't been in the comment section all day. Fins up. If we lose this game, our season is done. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is a game we must have. 9-7 will not get you to the playoffs in most cases, unless you play in a shitty division like that, the one the Redskins won last year. Unless you play in one of those divisions, 9-7 is not going to get you to the playoffs. So if we want to make the playoffs this year, we're going to have to win 10 games. Tannehill needs to play lights out. We can win, but it's not going to be easy. And McCoy is out. I just hope we don't play down to our competition. We understand no Sammy Watkins, no McCoy. Let's go out there and play like those guys are lining up against us. Let's go out there and play like we have, fuck it. Let's go play like Antonio Brown's on the other side of the field. I still can't get over beating the Steelers and losing to the Titans. That makes no sense. How in the hell do we shut down that offense, but we let the Titans? That's just retarded. Offensive line needs to keep it consistent our season. Yeah. We need to play great football, get out with a lead. Because if you look at our defense is built to play with the lead. Because honestly, our defense is not a great run-stopping defense. Our defense, with Mario Williams and Wake, is built to blitz and rush the passer. That's the way it's built right now. It's built to get after the quarterback. It's built for us to get a lead and turn those boys loose up front. Wake, Williams, Sue going in and taking on 2 blockers and allowing the rest of those guys to really get loose. I'm still like confused. When I look at some of the film, I see Sue taking on 2 guys. I wonder where everyone else is sometimes. Like, what the fuck is the rest of the people doing? Like, how the hell is Sue, taking on 2 blockers and no one else is getting penetration? And this is another reason why I said in the preseason that I felt like we took a step backwards, because last year we had a healthy Cam Wake. We had Brent Grimes. You're right. We still have to think that there's Antonio Brown. Don't think our team's going to get cocky. Yes, we have to go out there and play as if we're playing world beaters. We're playing the best team that we can possibly play this week. And that's the shit that Adam Gase needs to be in that locker room preaching. Listen, I don't care if Shady McCoy's not out there. Act like Shady McCoy is out there. I don't care if Sammy Watkins is not out here. Act like it. Let's act as if those guys are out here. Tell him I know he gets off at 10. But yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see us go out there and play. You getting off early? Yeah. What time are you getting off? Now. All right, I'm on my way. All right, folks. So yeah, I gotta go pick my brother up from work, man. I will talk to you guys next time. We'll talk again on Sunday. I don't know. I think I work at night on Sunday, so I might get to see the game. And even if I don't, I can still watch the game on the app that I showed you guys the other day. If you guys didn't see it, go check out my other video. I found a cool website where you can watch any football game right there on your phone. I mean, so you'll be able to watch whatever game is coming on. So I'll be able to watch the game at work or on my way to work. Because once I start dealing with patients, I can't really watch. I can't really watch TV, but so they have to have my undivided attention, unfortunately. So anyway, man, 3-4. Let's go 3-4. Let's go 8-4. Let's get to the playoffs, man, because anything can happen in playoffs. Oh yeah, Byron Maxwell, Tony Lippett, big, huge. Oh my God, I forgot to mention Rashad, man. He's out for the rest of the season. That's a huge hole. And not only our passing game, but definitely our running game, because he's one of our best run stoppers.